Debt collectors are companies whose job it is to collect unpaid debts. They operate on behalf of creditors to recover money that is owed. These debts might be from credit cards, medical bills, or personal loans. Essentially, any type of unpaid bill can be sent to a collection agency. When you don't pay a bill, the original creditor might hire a collection agency to recover the money. This is often done after several attempts to collect the debt have failed. This means you will be contacted by the agency about the outstanding balance. They may reach out through phone calls, letters, or even emails. Debt collectors can be very persistent. They often use various tactics to ensure they get in touch with you. They might call you frequently, sometimes multiple times a day, which can be very overwhelming. They might even contact your family or friends to try and find you. This can add to the stress and pressure you feel. Their goal is to pressure you into paying. They may use aggressive tactics to make you feel obligated to settle the debt quickly. It's important to remember you have rights. Knowing these rights can help you manage interactions with debt collectors more effectively. You don't have to tolerate harassment or abuse. There are legal protections in place to prevent such behavior. Remember, you are not alone in this. Many people face similar challenges with debt collectors. Millions of people experience debt collection efforts. It's a common issue that affects individuals from all walks of life. The most important thing is to know your rights. Educate yourself about what debt collectors can and cannot do. There are laws in place to protect you. These laws are designed to ensure fair treatment and to prevent abusive practices. By understanding your rights and options, you can navigate this process with confidence. Knowledge is your best tool in dealing with debt collectors. The first time a debt collector contacts you, it's natural to feel anxious. Don't let your emotions get the better of you. Take a deep breath and remember you have rights in this situation. The first step is to request debt validation in writing. The debt validation letter is your legal right. It requires the collector to provide evidence of the debt. This includes the amount owed, the original creditor, and how the debt was incurred. Never promise to pay anything until you have this information in hand. Don't engage in long conversations on the phone. The initial call is for gathering information and requesting validation. Be polite but firm in your communication. Let the collector know you're taking steps to understand your rights. Once you receive the debt validation letter, carefully review it. Check the amount owed, the creditor, and the date of the debt. Does this information match your records? If any details seem inaccurate, you need to dispute them. You have the right to dispute any and all debt information. If you find an error, send a dispute letter to the collection agency. Be sure to do this within 30 days of receiving the validation notice. In your letter, clearly state the inaccuracies and request proof of the debt. If the debt is old, check your state's statute of limitations. This law sets a time limit for creditors to sue you for a debt. If the statute of limitations has expired, you may no longer be legally obligated to pay. Section 4. The FDCPA, your shield against harassment. The Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, or FDCPA, is a federal law that protects consumers from abusive debt collection practices. Enacted in 1977, it aims to eliminate abusive, deceptive, and unfair debt collection practices. This law sets rules for how and when collectors can contact you, ensuring that your privacy and peace are respected. It also prohibits them from using unfair or deceptive tactics, such as lying about the amount you owe or pretending to be someone they are not. Under the FDCPA, collectors cannot contact you at unreasonable hours, such as before 8 a.m. or after 9 p.m., ensuring your rest is not disturbed. They cannot call you repeatedly or harass you, use abusive language, or threaten you with actions they cannot legally take. They also cannot contact you at work if you've told them your employer prohibits it, or discuss your debt with anyone other than you or your spouse, protecting your privacy. If a collector violates your rights under the FDCPA, you can file a complaint with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, or CFPB, which oversees and enforces consumer protection laws. You might also consider consulting with a consumer law attorney to explore your options and ensure your rights are fully protected. Section 5. Taking control, documentation and negotiation. Throughout the entire debt collection process, keep detailed records. This is crucial for protecting yourself and ensuring that you have all the necessary information at your fingertips. Document every interaction you have with the collection agency. This includes phone calls, emails, and any letters you receive or send. Include the date and time of calls, the name of the person you spoke with, and a summary of the conversation. This will help you keep track of what has been discussed and agreed upon. Once you've verified the debt, you can explore options for resolving it. Verification ensures that the debt is accurate and that you are responsible for it. You might be able to negotiate a settlement for a lower amount than what's owed. This can be a good way to reduce your financial burden. Another option is to set up a payment plan that fits your budget. This can make it easier to manage your payments over time. If you're struggling to negotiate with the collector, consider seeking help from a non-profit credit counseling agency. They can offer valuable advice and support. A credit counselor can provide guidance and may be able to negotiate on your behalf. They have experience dealing with collectors and can often secure better terms. Remember, you have options, and taking action is always better than ignoring the problem. Being proactive can help you regain control of your financial situation.